Hello and welcome again to the Friday Wrap for August 12th. Sorry I was unable to videotape this last couple of weeks when I was on vacation, and I hate to make that too public that I'm out of town, but it's tough to do it on the road. But it's been so long since I've done it. One of the times I was practicing, I actually started out with hello and welcome to the concert. So anyway, it's nice to be back on track, and thanks again for joining me. I hope you also had a chance to see Lisa McLaury's concert performance last weekend. I certainly got rave reviews. And tonight's concert is called Strung Out. It's a 70s classic rock band. Of course, they'll be playing at 7 o'clock, weather permitting. But here's some other really great concert news. The events committee decided to add one more concert this year on September 9th to help celebrate our village's 60th anniversary. And the band Reckless, led by Burr's own Lisa Marticello, has agreed to do so with their compliments to help us celebrate that anniversary and help and actually play at our anniversary event. So look forward to that. The village board meeting was held on Monday of this week, and for the very first time we were led by not one, not two, but three Boy Scouts. They were Justin, Jack, and Jeremy Rohrbacher from troop number 69, along with their dad, John Rohrbacher. That was neat to have them. We certainly appreciate their doing that. All but one items were on the consent agenda. Passed unanimously, though, was the village administrator's recommendation to move funds from the last year's surplus of almost $100,000 from the general fund for capital improvements. This past weekend, also polo was making quite a comeback in Oak Brook, and actually the last couple of years, and for the second year in a row, I was actually able to attend the match between India and the United States, thanks to an invitation from Hinsdale Magazine's Scott Johnlich. It was great to see also their village president, a good friend of mine, their village president Gopal Lamalani, and watch the USA team play hard and win the match 7-5. The cup this year was also sponsored by the owners of the Drake Hotel, Jim and Telly Nagel. I was also surprised to learn there that from the Consulate General of India, Dr. Asaf Saeed, I believe it is, that the game of polo largely had its roots in India prior to the British rule and England adopting it. Here's an important crime prevention alert from the Burr Police Department. Over the last several months, there's been an increase in stolen motor vehicles in DuPage County. They're encouraging everyone to be extra careful, especially with not leaving their garage door openers in the garage, etc. The suspects in these crimes are searching for unlocked vehicles with keys to the vehicles left inside or sometimes outside thanks to those garage door openers. So please be extra careful and read the note below. It's worth noting we've only had one reported incident of suspicious group of people that look like around the neighborhoods in Burr Ridge, but please be very careful, and any suspicious activity, please call 911. This week, actually last night, as my wife was driving west on 83rd Street near Park Avenue, traffic suddenly stopped, and everyone waited patiently as a large turtle, estimated to be 18 and 24 inches in diameter, sauntered across the street and onto the grass. Also, later that evening, there were some deer seen on County Line Road. One piece of good news is at least we're still seeing some wildlife in Burr Ridge. We lost a dear friend this past weekend. He's a neighbor and fellow patriot with the passing of Ernest or Ernie Grobe. Now Ernie and his loving wife Claire Grobe moved to Burr Ridge back in the 1980s, shortly after he retired from the FAA, the Federal Aviation Administration. Now, for several years now, my wife and I have joined them at Starbucks, along with another couple of good friends of ours, Marge and Pat Seary. You may have seen us every Sunday for the last several years. He will be sadly missed by all of us, and of course, especially his two daughters, Pat and Sherry, as well as his 4 grandchildren and 4 great-grandchildren. Visitation is from 4 to 8 p.m. on Thursday, August 18th. It actually be held at Leonard Funeral Home in Glen Ellen, where they moved from. And a memorial mass will be said at St. Isaac's Joe Church on August 19th at 10 a.m. Memorial donations, the family is asking, may be made to the Honor Flight Chicago, something that Ernie was honored to participate in just 2 years ago. And for the first time in 20 years, my oldest nephew, Hugh Scott Long, was able to come here to visit our family in Burr Ridge last night. And it was such a pleasure to see him again and to hear how his career has really taken off at what's called Athens State University in Alabama, and the impact that he's making on that school. Known by his legal name there, Dr. Hugh Long. He's the assistant professor of English and director of drama. He's playing a major role in the building of their $13.5 million theater, which is also pretty cool. Fittingly, we ended up having a family-style dinner at Capri, and it was really neat to see the first cousin, Scott, and the 11th cousin, my daughter Alyssa, of the family cousins getting reacquainted. Once again, thanks for joining me. Have a great week. We'll see you again next week.